Hey guys, OGalbina here, and welcome to BBL Semifinals. In quarterfinals, we were able to take home a victory off of the back of our Ubers with an incredible performance from Scarf Fluttermane and Choice Specs Dialga. In semifinals, we have the ever-creative and terrifying Viz. Viz is coming off of an incredible season, using his signature hyper-offense playstyle. This goes without saying as we're in semifinals, but we definitely have our work cut out for us here. If you guys do enjoy quarterfinals of the BBL, be sure to drop a like on the video as well as subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 4K subscribers, and I would really appreciate your help in reaching that goal. We are super close. I also want to give a huge shout out to Amel, Winter Redstone, Sin of Wrath, Shuckle King, Diet Tight, Mudkip Fan, Orin Latios, and Tone for the Mox this week. Also, huge thank you to King L5 for the build support as well. That being said, let's jump into the team builder. Our team, if you did forget, consists of Dialga, Fluttermane, Terra Mew, Crocodile, Quaquaval, Ogerpon Cornerstone, Shaman, Weezing, Sableye, and Rotom Heat. While Viz's team consists of Deoxys Attack, Shaman Sky, Samurott Hisui, Archaludon, Palafin, Pelipper, Terra Ursaluna, Terra Vikavolt, and Mimikyu. What makes Viz's team so scary is how many different offensive modes he has. He has his terrifyingly fast and offensive Ubers in Deoxys Attack and Shaman Sky. Dio just has no switch-ins. There's no point even trying to find it. There's no point looking, you're just not going to find one. Shaman has two viable sets here. Choice Scarf for speed control and the healing which Viz loves, or Substitute Leech Seed, which heavily worries me. He also has his Rain mode. Pelipper can check the likes of Quaquaval and Crocodile, while setting the Rain for huge threats like Palafin and Archaludon. He also has a really scary Trick Room mode, with the likes of Mimikyu always getting it up, and Ursaluna to kill everything if it finds its way onto the field with speed control. However, I am expecting more of a defensive Ursaluna, with Bulletproof to be immune to Shadow Ball after Terra, and a defensive Terra typing like Poison or Steel to take on Moonblast. This makes it an incredibly reliable Fluttermane answer, which he struggles with otherwise. Then of course, he has his Hazard stack. Hisui and Samurott is the best spiker in the game because it gets them up while it's doing crazy damage with Sharpness boosted Ceaseless Edge. To this day, I have no idea why Game Freak thought attacking hazard moves were okay. He also has the Webs option in Vikavolt, and Webs plus his fast offense makes his team very hard to revenge kill. Viz really does have so many routes he can go with his team. Let's see the route we decided on this week. First, we'll talk about our lead in Ogerpon Cornerstone. Hazards are incredibly important in this game, so leading with a sturdy spike spawn felt like a must. We have the ability to either spike for free into his offense, or hit his whole team super hard with the combination of Ivy Cudgel and Superpower. In our last slot, we have Taunt, which prevents Webs from Sash or Charty Berry Vikavolt, and Trick Room from Mimikyu. EVs wise, we have Speed for Palafin, Max Attack, and the rest dumped in HP. Second is Hazard Guy number 2 in Mew. This week, our Terra Captain is rocking with the Electric typing, giving us a strong neutral Thunderbolt, a strong neutral defensive typing, and another Air Slash resist into Shaman. We have a moveset consisting of Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Toxic Spikes, and Meteor Beam. Our game plan is pretty reliant on T-Spike going up before Ursaluna Terras, as it really helps out our Fluttermane, which we'll talk about next. T-Spike is also really important for certain damage rolls into Deoxys Attack, which we'll touch on later. Why Meteor Beam? Well, as I said before, Webs terrify me. Power Up Meteor Beam is the only move that Mew gets in its arsenal to blow up Vikavolt from full HP. I'm hoping that with our Electric typing, once he sees us set up a T-Spike, he'll think we're more of a defensive set. From there, he'll probably think that he can get up Webs for free, and we'll blow him ass backwards with a Meteor Beam. EVs wise, we have enough speed to tie max Palafin, and have special attack to Oko max HP Vikavolt, and the rest dumped into HP. Third is Uber number 1 in Fluttermane. This week, rocking with a heavy duty boot set, consisting of Moonblast, Hex, Mystical Fire, and Protect. Remember how I said T-Spike was important for Flutter? Well, if we can get up a T-Spike before the Terra on Ursaluna, then force said Terra, we find ourselves a pretty easy way to bypass Bulletproof shenanigans. Moonblast gives us consistent stab, and Mystical Fire is great into Shaman or Steel Ursaluna if we don't get a poison onto it before it Terras. Protect gives us a way to rack up poison on his team, as well as scout for choice spawns locking into a particular move. Our boots are great in avoiding Sticky Web, giving us them on faster than Shaman if they are up, and it also helps us stay out of Viz's plentiful priority options. EVs wise, we have a ton of defense to take Jolly Banded Jet Punch from Palafin, win at full HP, and this also covers a ton of other priority. We also have speed for Shaman Sky, and the rest is special attack. Next up is Uber number 2, Dialga. This week, we have a Choice Scarf variant. Not only is our stab combination super free here offensively, Scarf Dialga helps in giving us a solid revenger to Dialga and Palafin if Webs are not up, whilst resisting the priority. It also gives us a check to the annoying Subseed Shaman. Our moveset is a simple Draco Meteor, Flash Cannon, and Dragon Balls for survivable stabs, and then Ice Beam to Oko that pesky Shaman. EVs wise, we have enough speed for Hammerot, we live Jolly Fin CC after a spike, and then the rest in our special attack. Fifth up, we have Shaman, serving as the ever-important pivot into Viz's dual water physical offense. We have a moveset of Seed Flare for stab, Air Slash for Shaman Sky pivots, Healing Wish to revive one of our offensive pieces if needed, and Rest for recovery and rain. With our natural cure ability, we will always be able to wake up upon switching out and be ready to go at full the next time we come in. EVs wise are a very simple max HP, speed for Adamant Hammerot, and the rest in defense. Lastly is Quaquaval. This slot is incredibly important here and for one specific reason: Deoxys attack. The slower fighting type is here for the Psycho Boost guy? Are we crazy? Well, in reality, it's really just here because of Aqua Jet. You see, the investment Viz can afford after speed creeps is 120 into his defense. With an adamant nature, Aqua Jet can kill Dio after one spike and either 2 turns of poison from T-Spike or 1 turn of poison plus Life Orb. This gives us a reliable Revenger in Deoxys if he gives up Sticky Webs, neutralizing our Dialga's revenging capabilities. Besides this though, if it's not Scarf Shaman and we can break Mimikyu's disguise, Viz's team is so offensive that a Pokemon like Quaquaval can straight up win if it gets an Aqua Step and a Moxie boost. EVs wise do have speed for Deoxys attack if we get to +1, max attack, and the rest in HP. That is going to be our team for BBL Semifinals. Let me know what you think of the squad. Again, big shouts to everybody who helped me out this week. This team took a ton of grinding to kind of figure out. Viz's team is very, very scary, and there's still a lot of variance in the teams that he can potentially build into us. We're just going to have to fight when we get in there. But yeah, let's jump into the battle.
Alrighty guys, here we are with the battle. We are connected with Viz. So it looks like Ursaluna wise, he's actually going to be a Terra Normal set. So definitely leaning more on the offensive side. I'm assuming his game plan is very Trick Room dependent, if I had to guess. It could also be Guts AV now too, which is a little bit unfortunate for our game plan. But again, not the end of the world. We're going to see Mimikyu as well. We're going to see Shaman Sky. We're going to see Deoxys attack. And we're going to see a Palafin. Oop, that's not an item. That's a Pokemon. I'm a little nervous if you can't tell. We'll go right in the one, ready to play a semis game. No big deal. Definitely not a little nervous. But we're always going to lead off with our Cornerstone. Was always our plan. Will continue to be our plan. I'm thinking that our Protect Flutter is also going to be really nice for stalling out Trick Room, as this does look to be a more Trick Room oriented build. So again, you just got to be careful about that. And yeah, good luck, have fun to Viz. Hopefully we can snag a dub here, but we'll see. Definitely a little nervous. He brought a much more offensive team than I was expecting. Like a much more offensive team than I was expecting, but again, it's nothing that we can't handle. So we'll see what we can do. Whoa, I'm nervous. I'm expecting lead Palafin. He really struggles to pop the form otherwise. Yeah, that's not a Palafin. Okay. What I do right here, I think I'm pretty confident in just... Dude, it was Palafin too. I was like, oh shit, I was right. I'm just gonna Ivy Cudgel here. I don't see a universe where I don't do so. Just does a lot of damage. Puts this thing down to its Sash. This thing is leading its Sash, like, for sure. And yeah, we'll go from there. We'll go from there. Very interesting lead. He didn't lead the Palafin, which means I think he's really going to struggle to pop that form later. Like, I really think he's going to struggle to pop that form. He is going to Psycho Boost immediately. Is this going to be Life Orb, or is this going to be just like a Sash set? This is not Life Orb. It would have brought me down to my thing. So we are going to Ivy Cudgel. Bring this thing down to a very likely Sash. Yep, there comes the Sash. And from here, we're going to pivot out on the E-Speed. I know it's a little bit of an aggressive play, but I'm pretty confident in making it. We're going to pivot out. I'd like to get up a Spike still if I can. It also gives me a sack into the Ursaluna. Worst case scenario, oh, he just gets up rocks. He's raw. Unfortunate. Damn, he's just raw. I should have just spiked. Damn, I should have just spiked. I thought he'd scout for quick attack, to be honest with you. But, hey, it'd be like that. I think I'm always just going to Air Slash. It covers the Mickey switch in to the Shaman, which I like. Damn. He's just raw. Oh, man. He's gonna withdraw, go into the Shaman, show him the Shay. And love air slash damage on this. Or Chaladon. Jesus, man, he's just got it like that! Oh, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Okay, fire. Very nice. That did nothing. Can we see any damage based on that? This is gonna be our Ogremon sack turn. No spike is really unfortunate. Shaman. Offensive utility. No, Shaman Sky, sorry. And air slash, if I change that to calc. This is just looking like pretty offensive. It could have a little bit of bulk, but yeah, we're just gonna sack our Ogerpon. Definitely could have a little bit of bulk, but at the end of the world. We're just gonna go ahead and sack this thing. Covers a leech too on the pivot out. So that's obviously nice. Because you could be really aggressive and call that. But we have the sack at least. Again, we didn't get the spike that we wanted, but... yeah, didn't get the spike we wanted, but what can you do? He's gonna withdraw. He's just raw. He just got it today. Ursaluna is not going to be actual Ursaluna. Okay. So we're going to get our sack here. Good aggressive double by him, too. Just getting in his form. I lied about him having trouble getting that up. Now he has it. So I think my play here is going to be the Mew. This gives me my T-Spike. We could also just Meteor Beam immediately, because that forces him in a pretty uncomfortable position. But I also really like the T-Spike, putting this thing in range, putting everything in range of the Quaquaval. So I'm not going to Terra just yet. There's no benefit to doing so. Yeah, I like the T-Spike here. I'm hoping we don't see a Dio sack. Maybe I'm playing two. Yeah. No, it's not Dio. It's not Dio. It's not Dio. Okay, that's great. Yeah, that's great for me. So what I think I want to do... is it just Thunderbolt? I think it's Thunderbolt because it gives me the most likely pair chance. Yeah, and he could be like some red card Mimikyu setting up Trick Room right here. You know? And I don't want to allow that. So we are going to Terra because obviously we don't want to be weak to Ghost. And again, breaking this is incredible, incredible, incredible for my Quaquaval. Quaquaval the way I walk, but I'm stepping in Voss. This thing, I'd love a powerful pair. Why not? Give it to me. Where's the noise? He's going to Trick Room. And then from this position, I think I always want to Beam because it covers the Ursaluna pivot. Like, Ursaluna comes hard in, we get to hit it hard. I'm thinking that that Shaman might be Scarf the way he played it, too. So it is Trick Room Mimikyu, but we popped the form early. So, that's obviously good. Okay, he's gonna be Screens Mimikyu. Okay, so probably some light play shit. Freeze. What I want to do then is I want to click Meteor Beam. This is like max for def too. Jesus. Shaman? That's not Shaman, yeah. Fuck. Okay, so he goes hard into it, which is kind of bad. Yeah, I kind of am not playing this well. I am not really playing this well. So Trick Room turn, Light Screen turn, this turn. So he has 2 turns of Trick Room remaining. He has 2 turns of Trick Room remaining. Is it just sacking this? feel like it's just sacking this, unfortunately. And what's really unfortunate is this light screen that went up. Because my entire team kind of deals with this specially. Yeah, I think I unfortunately just have to sack this. He is going to Terra Normal. Yeah, I don't really have a switch into Terra Normal Facade. I really was banking on this being a more defensive variant for the Fluttermane. Because I feel like the team that he brought got super 6-0'd by Scarf. But, you know, called it wrong. So, this isn't looking good. Ah, fuck, man. Okay. Alright. So, I think the only option we have is to go Fluttermane and protect. Yeah, I think it's to go Fluttermane and protect. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and click the protect button. There should be one more turn trigger after this. Man. Man. He does have the Deoxys sack as well. He could save it if he wants, I guess. But yeah, I was really... So you can see by the team, and again, obviously, if you watch the... Jesus fuck, man. Oh my goodness. Okay. I mean, my only play is to go Shaman, right? Oh, this is gonna be bad into that that Palafin, man. I mean, we're very well positioned by Viz so far. You know? Incredibly well positioned by Viz so far. Incredibly well positioned. We're just kind of in a bad spot. There is a Scarf Dialga endgame in sight, for sure. Stomp Facade. Okay, Headlong Rush. Okay, Clutch. I'm hoping that this... I'm really hoping that this plus Poison, this Helmet plus Poison is enough. Come on, be enough. Big. Okay, we take down the Ursaluna. Or his Shaman. Good night, Shaman. Alright, big threat. Neutralized by Shaman. That's great. We do still have the Palafin potential. We do still have the Mimikyu. Light Screen is going to wear off, so it also shows me that it was not Light Clay Mimikyu. Also good to know. We also have a very real endgame with our Fluttermane, by the way. We lived Banded Jet Punch from full, so that's a very viable endgame right now. Especially if it's not Scarf Shaman. Especially if it's not Scarf Shaman. So, that's good. I want to see Palafin. Let's say Choice Band, making the big form. I just want to see how much he's taking from Hex if he's poisoned. Not quite enough. Not quite enough. But hey, we'll see. Then we have the Deoxys. We can always protect on it dies. Shaman, we should be fine into. We are faster than if it's Scarf. It's Scarf. We're just going to have to deal with it. But yeah, we'll see. Mimikyu comes right out. Just kidding. You'd think I'd get it at a certain point, but hey. Unfortunately, what it's looking like this position is it's looking like this is a position in which I need to sack this. Yeah, we're going to Seed Flare. I need to break this thing sturdy. If I can get a Spadef drop on it too, really nice. It is just faster than us. Unfort. Not good. Very bad. Uh-oh. Okay, so this thing at -2. Let's say Archaludon. Let's say Quaquaval. If he's at -2, is this my opportunity to set up? Think so. Man, we're in a bad spot right now. What I'm hoping he does is he goes hard into Mimikyu. This thing with Sturdy is going to be a big issue, unfortunately. He's going to withdraw. He sacks something. It's probably just going to be the Dio, right? It's not the Dio. Hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah, there's one step. Big step up. Hold on a second. We're just gonna step again. So Quaquaval is gonna take it out. That's a Moxie boost, and we are at +2. Okay. How do we approach this endgame? How do we approach this endgame? Because this is telling me probably a Sturdy Archaludon is coming back out, right? It's probably a Sturdy Archaludon coming back out. If I had to guess. If it is Sturdy Archaludon, is it in my best interest to just close combat? Is what I'm trying to, like, kind of gauge in my mind. We have the Ursaluna dead, Mimikyu dead. Shaman dies to Triple Axle. Deoxys dies to Aqua Step. Palafin might not die to +1 close combat, but I feel like it does if it's offensive. Yeah, it does if it's offensive. I mean, even max HP probably has a roll to die. Right? Yeah, max HP pretty much guaranteed dies. Ursaluna. This is fine. This is adamant +1 close combat. This should pretty much always kill. We're gonna close combat. Yeah, we're just gonna CC. No reason not to. You'll guarantee kill after the T-Spike for sure. And this is also really nice considering we don't have our Shaman anymore. Considering we don't have our Shaman anymore, this is really nice because this is a hit we don't have to take on our Fluttermane. We're just gonna close combat. Give me enough to kill. Oh my gosh, he's like Fizz Def. Don't be aggro. Flip turn, okay. He can't really go anywhere though, can he? Where'd he go? I mean, he just took a ton of damage. That's great for me. He can't go Dio, right? Because he'll just die? I mean, the E-Speed is definitely annoying. But he just took a ton of damage on Finn. Mimikyu dead, Ursaluna dead. Archer's at full, Shaman's at about 75-ish. I'd say about 70. 70, 65. Around there. Is Quaquaval finally gonna be a big stepper? Question mark? I hope you guys like the Darth Vader Snuggie. That shit's fire. Yeah, I'm simply going to click close combat. If he's the item, then he's the item. I think he's just trying to bait defense drops so that he can revenge me with an E-Speed. But I feel like I'm doing the amount of damage that I need to right now. We're really setting up a Scarf Dialga endgame. A Scarf Dialga endgame is there. It is there. We're actually looking great for that. Mimikyu is dead, so we just click Dragon Pulse. I mean, we can even click Ice Beam soon. I'm just gonna click close combat though. I don't really know if he has a play. If he goes into Palafin to try and revenge me with Jet Punch, I have Aqua Jet. We're just gonna close combat. Is it sturdy? It is not sturdy, so down goes the Archaludon. Down goes the Archaludon. Quaquaval the way I walk, bitch. I'm stepping in Voss. Dio comes out, then Dio comes out. You know, it is what it is. But I'm not particularly worried about that. I'm just gonna Aqua Jet. I'm at +2. I'm at -2. attack. Let's see. Do I die? Like, there's no attack jet punch. What about max attack jet punch? Oh, this is baby form. Yeah, so I do. So I'm always gonna just go ahead and click Aqua Jet. Give me the kill. Let's go, baby! Let's go. I think that's game. I think that's game. I don't think there's anything he could do. He doesn't have E-Speed on Dio then. I don't think he has E-Speed on Dio, and if he does, he's burned too much. Big Quaquaval. Finally, big step up. Finally does something. Let's go. And I think our GOAT has punched our finals ticket. I could be speaking too early, so don't quote me on it yet. But I think our GOAT is, what do you call it? Punched our ticket to finals. I want to see into Shaman. Shaman Sky, we got +3. I'm just going to click Close Combat. No reason not to. I'm faster. I kill. Always. Down goes Shaman. Big broken Quaquaval. And we're going to punch our ticket to finals, baby. There we go. We finally did something cool. It's been like fat, defensive, pivot, flip turn guy like all season. And this was kind of the matchup where I wasn't even really here to win. In the sense it was like a strong jet for Dio. Because I really struggled with Dio. Especially if Boots came too. Out comes the Deoxys, even if it is random E-Speed, which, by the way, since he didn't bring this in, we're probably fine. We're going to be able to jet. And again, he brought a much more offensive team, which had me really worried at first. I'm just going to jet in case he is. It's just, might as well show off the tech. Or I guess we already did show it off. But yeah, it was more so just to, like, be able to cover, you know, if he brought webs and having that strong jet as a revenge to Deoxys, because I really struggled with it otherwise. The T-Spike ended up not really mattering too much. Our game plan kind of went off the rails a little bit with how defensive or offensive of a team he did end up bringing. But we were able to pivot pretty well. Quaquaval was able to just fucking smoke through, man. I mean, you know, we love these big snowball mons in draft. Quaquaval's probably the biggest snowball mon in Gen 9. I wasn't really able to show it this season until now, but he showed up when it was time. So, yeah, again, if you guys did enjoy and are excited to see us in finals next week against either Shuckle or John, be sure to drop a like on the video, as well as sub to the channel on our way to 4K. I'd really appreciate it a ton, and I'll see you guys next week for finals. Later.